there, Cynthia. It's so great to finally get to talk to my big sister-in-law. I'm your brother Carl's wife, Shauna. What? My brother's wife? Oh, now that you mention it, I think one of my old high school friends mentioned to me a while back that he got married. It's nice to meet you, Shauna. Same to you, Cynthia. If you don't mind me asking, how did you get my number? I bet you've probably heard this from my brother, but he's not my biological brother. He's actually my second cousin or something. We're related, but only barely. They just took me in after my parents died when I was young. I call them my parents and brother because, well, they're the only family I know. We never really got along well, though. I have all their phone numbers just in case I need to contact them, but the moment I turned 18 and started a life on my own, they all blocked my number. Oh, wow. Really? Wow, I had no idea. So anyway, there's something I need you to help me out with. What is it? Okay, so a little while ago, I got a job at a company that's pretty close to where you live in your city. I work from 9 to 5, and I need someone to look after my kid when I'm at work, and that's where you come in. What? I heard that you're single and have a job where you work from home, right? That means you have way more free time on your hands than someone who actually goes into work like me, right? So I thought it wouldn't be too much trouble for you. Shauna, hold up just 1 second. Oh, don't worry, I already got your address. It shouldn't be too difficult to find. Shauna, I've never taken care of a kid in my entire life. I can't watch yours for you. Oh, really? In that case, this will be the perfect opportunity for you to accustom yourself to taking care of children. Isn't that great? It's a win-win situation. Shauna, listen to me. No, I cannot look after your kid. I am way too busy. Oh, come on. What else are you going to do with your time? You're single and work at home. My relationship and work status are totally irrelevant. So anyway, I just left her in the doorway to your apartment 2 minutes ago. Thanks a bunch. I'll see you later tonight. You what? Shauna, you actually abandoned your kid in front of my apartment door? What on earth were you thinking? I already told you what I was thinking. I'm working, you're free. So I'm leaving my kid with you to take care of while I'm at work. It's that simple. How old is this kid anyway? Like 4 or 5 months? I may not be a childcare expert, but this kid looks like she's practically a newborn. I think she's like about 2 months, give or take. 2 months? No. This is not happening. I can't take care of a baby that young. Sorry, Cynthia, but I just clocked into work. No turning back now. You have got some nerve, Shauna. I'll see you in 8 hours. Have fun! Shauna, get back here! Shauna, this has to stop. You left your baby on my doorstep again? Yep, thanks for always taking such good care of her. I really appreciate it. Shauna, listen to me. This stops today. You've been doing this to me for a full week now. This baby is only 2 months old. She needs her mother with her, and I am not her mother. How could you just leave such a vulnerable baby with me? Are you out of your mind? And like I told you, I have my own work to be doing. I'm in the middle of a big project that's due in a short time. I'm up to my eyeballs in work, and I have 0 time to spend caring for your baby. Please, Shauna, I know you're in a tough position, but so am I. You need to find someone else, okay? Listen, Cynthia, you're not fooling anyone. I know you work at home, and I know what that means. It means you can't possibly have any really important work to do, unlike me. Get it? It's in society's best interest that you help me out here. I'm sure you'd like to be spending more time playing video games or whatever it is you do while pretending to work, but wouldn't you like to do something to benefit society for once in your life? Honestly, you should be thanking me for giving you the opportunity to do something that's actually meaningful with your life. What are you talking about? I don't spend all day playing computer games. I am working. Just because I'm not going into an office to do my job doesn't mean I don't have duties, deadlines, bosses, clients, everything. I'm being serious right now. I cannot do this anymore. I'm having to spend all morning and afternoon looking after your baby, so I have to put off all my work until night. I barely slept at all this week. I am absolutely losing my mind over here, and my deadline is getting closer every day. And now you know what working mothers have to deal with every day. This is going to be super valuable opportunity for you. I know it. Stop trying to dodge the issue. That's not what this is about. Kate, just got to my office. Gotta go, Cynthia. See you later. Thanks again for taking such good care of my little angel. Shauna, please, I can't take this anymore.
Hey, Cynthia. It's been way too long since we've talked. It's me, Carl.
What?
Your little brother, Carl, remember?
Oh, I was pretty sure you all had blocked me.
I'm sorry to message you so suddenly like this. I just unblocked you a little bit ago.
What could you possibly want now?
Cynthia, I wanted to tell you that I'm sincerely sorry for everything that happened.
Well, it's appreciated, but what's brought this on?
I only blocked you because Mom and Dad made me. I had no choice but to do as they said. I didn't want to block you. You're my sister. I love you. I wanted to keep a normal sibling relationship.
Carl, what's going on?
I wouldn't be surprised if you didn't know about any of this, but being an only child, I was really happy to have a big sister. If it were my choice, I would have kept things going just like they were, but like I said, Mom and Dad made me block you, and they checked my phone every day to make sure I wasn't contacting you without them knowing.
Wow, that must have been hard for you. But I guess I can understand why things would happen that way. My parents never got along with your mom and dad back before they died. I couldn't even remember the last time I had seen you guys when the day came that you had to take me into your home.
Yeah, my parents told me I wasn't allowed to play with you or even be nice to you. And I know it's way too late, but I really wanted to tell you how sorry I am. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart.
Thanks for telling me how you feel, Carl. I forgive you. It wasn't your fault.
Thanks, Cynthia. So, the reason I wanted to talk to you today is that my parents are getting divorced.
Divorced?
My wife Shauna and I had been living together with my parents in their house, but their divorce has been so chaotic that we decided to take the opportunity to get the hell out of there, and we moved over to your city.
Oh, huh.
If it's okay with you, I'd like to try and put our relationship back together. We could invite Shauna along and go out for dinner, go on trips, make it feel like we're brother and sister again.
Wow. Well, I really appreciate that you feel that way. But if we're going to start fresh, there's one matter that needs to be taken care of before anything else.
What is it? I'll do anything. You name it.
It's about your kid.
Wait. My kid? What about my kid?
Shauna's been dropping your kid off at my house every single day for the last week and making me babysit for her while she's at work. I need you to talk to her and make her knock that off.
What?
Yeah, like I said, it's been going on for an entire week now. And the baby's only 2 months old. I know she's my niece and all, but I have to put my foot down here. I have work to do. I can't watch your daughter during the day. And the only reason I haven't either gone insane or collapsed from exhaustion until now is because my landlord is the kindest woman I've ever met who agreed to help me out when she can. If not for her, I don't even want to think about what sort of state I'd be in. I tried to talk to Shauna about this, but she just doesn't listen to a word I say.
Wait a minute. Niece? Daughter? What are you talking about?
Huh? What do you mean, what am I talking about? She's your daughter, I'm your sister, that makes her my niece.
Cynthia, our child is a boy, so he's my son and your nephew.
What?
And he's not 2 months old, he's 4 months old.
This isn't making any sense. So, wait, if your kid is a boy, then who is this girl I've been babysitting for this week?
Is the baby at your place right now?
Yeah. She's taking a nap in the other room right now.
I'd like to take a look for myself, so is it okay if Shauna and I come over there together?
What the? Is Shauna with you right now?
Well, yeah, she's been here with me all day.
She's not at work?
Nah, she's off on maternity leave. I took paid leave from work so I could get us completely moved out of my folks' house as soon as possible.
Then we've got a bit of a problem. Shauna's been telling me the reason she needs me to look after the baby is because she's working 9 to 5.
Okay, so either my wife has learned how to teleport, or we've got an imposter on our hands. This is looking to be a pretty interesting day.
Interesting? I'm terrified.
Okay, don't worry. We'll head over there right now.
Do you know my address?
Yeah, you've sent us a Christmas card every year, haven't you? Well, last year I managed to get the mailbox before my parents did, found your card, and copied down your address.
Wow, that's resourceful of you.
Right? So, yeah, we'll be over there soon.
Okay, I'll be waiting. Hey, what did you do? I was just about to drop my kid off at your place when I got caught by my parents and husband. Good morning. I gotta hand it to you. You totally had me convinced you were Shauna. Uh-oh. But you're not Shauna, and I'm not your sister-in-law, right? You're Shauna's older sister, Jenna. You figured that out? Yep. How? Your family all blocked you, right? There was no way for them to contact you. I thought you'd never find out. As a matter of fact, my brother Carl messaged me just yesterday asking to rebuild our relationship. Seriously? And I also had the pleasure of meeting the real Shauna as well. Oh, come on! Yesterday evening, I gave your daughter back to you like normal, but that was only so we could confirm your identity. Carl and the real Shauna were watching you on my front door security camera, and they got a very good look at your face. Shauna knew right away it was you, her older sister Jenna. And once she confirmed your identity, she immediately jumped into action. She called your parents and your husband and told them what had been going on with you for the last week. And that's how things wound up like they did this morning, from what Shauna said. It seemed like you had visited her at their house sometime after Christmas. I suppose you must have seen my Christmas card and copied down my address just like Carl did, but how did you get my phone number? Did you actually steal it off of one of their phones? No. Look, Jenna, there's really no use in hiding anymore. I know you're not Shauna. I know why you've been shoving your kid onto me. I know everything. Fine. I heard about how you had a bad relationship with his parents at their wedding, so I figured I might be able to use the situation to my advantage. But my God, that moron Carl had to go and pick the worst possible timing to contact you, after I worked so hard to keep up the ruse. Okay, seriously now, did you actually think that you'd be able to get away with this stunt of yours forever? You would have gotten found out eventually, one way or another. In any case, I think you'd better go and have a talk with your husband and parents. Oh, and one more thing, I am never taking care of your kid for you again. What's your problem? It's not like you've got anything better to do. You're such a pampered, spoiled brat. Working from home? Yeah, right. You're just sitting around watching TV and eating snacks all day, aren't you? There's no reason you can't watch my kid for a few hours. You lazy jerk. Hey, what gives? Why are you in your apartment anymore? I tried ringing your doorbell, but then some old lady came out saying she was the landlord and that she'd call the police if I didn't leave. You moved? Why? What do you want? My husband divorced me, and it gets worse. I lost custody of my daughter. Ah, so it would seem that he also found out that you'd been cheating on him then? You said you were leaving your kid with me because you had to go to work. But you were actually just going to see your boyfriend, weren't you? How did you... And then you tried to claim that the girl's father was actually your boyfriend's, not your husband's, but he had a paternity test done. And lo and behold, she is, in fact, your husband's daughter. Oh, excuse me, ex-husband's daughter. And because of this, your boyfriend broke up with you too. Do I have all that right? How did you know all of that? Well, after all that misery you caused me, I was very eager to hear every single minute detail from Carl and Shauna about how quickly your life had spiraled downhill since then. You're a real sociopath, you know that? How can you be enjoying the pain and suffering you caused me? You're gonna have to take responsibility for all this. Excuse me? It's your fault that I got divorced, your fault that I lost custody of my daughter, and your fault that I got thrown out of my parents' house. This is all your responsibility, so you're gonna pay for it. Tell me where you moved. I'm gonna crash with you for a while until I get things figured out. No. Why not? I am not gonna let you in my house just so you can steal anything that has value to pawn for cash. Damn it. I presume your husband is suing you for your affair and child support, right? Your parents referred you to that one company, didn't they? If I were you, I wouldn't balk at the chance to have your rent covered while also being able to make some money to start chipping away at your debts. But that place is really strict. I don't want to work there. Okay, well, if you're not willing to take the job that's been offered to you, then I don't see why I should have to take care of you. You won't even take care of yourself. You're an awful person, a real black-hearted scumbag. You impersonated your sister and forced a total stranger to look after your child so you could go and cheat on your husband. I don't think you're in any sort of position to call someone a black-hearted scumbag. What was I supposed to do? I can't take my kid over to see my boyfriend. She would have totally killed the mood. I see now that this conversation isn't going to go anywhere. If losing your husband, daughter, and parents isn't enough to slap some sense into you, nothing I could say would either. Goodbye. Hey, don't be that way. Come on, Cynthia. You gotta do something! Help me! When Jenna texted me, it seems that she was in the middle of trying to run away from some friends of her parents. I told Carl and Shauna that Jenna had been looking for me at my old apartment, and they were kind enough to relay that information on to the friends who were looking for her. Just about 30 minutes later, I got another message from Carl that simply said, "They got her." I only found out what happened to her after that when I was finally able to meet up with Carl under normal circumstances and have a normal conversation. Jenna's parents have certain connections, including a company that operates a remotely located factory specializing in monitoring its employees' lives. She'll be working there until she's paid off every last cent of her colossal debts. As for Jenna, I left her number unblocked because I was mildly entertained by the desperate pleas for help she would send me. But eventually, those pleas turned into her just hurling foul language at me, so I decided my fun was over and told Carl about it. He messaged me a little while later saying it's been taken care of. And just like that, the messages from Jenna completely stopped. Now that the whole ordeal with Jenna is over, I can finally get back to work on finishing my project in peace and quiet.
Travis, we need to have a talk. When are you going to start looking for work?
Huh?
I mean, sure, I'm working too, but it's only part-time at a factory, and I'm not sure how much longer I feel like keeping it. I'm your wife, and I'm relying on you to be the breadwinner for our family. You need to be able to support me, so you need to start looking for a real job that generates real income as soon as possible.
What do you mean, look for a real job? I already have a real job, Erica. What's the matter with the one I currently have?
Are you joking? People with real jobs go to work. You know, the old 9 to 5? You haven't gone to work for a single day in over 2 months. How is that a real job?
Hold on, didn't we already have this discussion? I'm doing remote work, Erica. I work from home.
What? So wait, you mean you don't need to go to an office or anything? They just let you stay at home and work?
Yeah, that's right.
But that doesn't make any sense. What about your friend Kevin? He works at the same company, and he actually goes to the office every day.
Well, yeah, not everyone is on the same type of assignment as me. Some people can work from home, and some people can't. It depends on the person and their job. In my department, over 90% of our work is done on a computer, so we're the first people who the company allowed to work from home when the remote program started. They're gradually rolling it out to other departments too. I think Kevin said he should be able to work from home within a few months or so.
So you started working from home or whatever, and then 2 months later you got fired?
Fired? What are you talking about?
Like, if your work is so pointless that you don't even have to go to the office. I heard that people who go to remote work pretty soon get fired and replaced by AI or something.
Erica, I legitimately have no idea what you're talking about. Where are you hearing all of this from?
I heard it from a friend of mine. You don't know them?
Okay, well, I don't know where this friend of yours got his or her information, but that's the sort of nonsensical rumors old people spread on social media.
Hey, don't you dare badmouth my friend like that. They're really smart, and they're not old.
I didn't mean it as an insult. I'm just saying. All I'm trying to say is that it's completely untrue that people on remote working assignments get fired and replaced by AI.
Whatever. Anyway, like I was saying, hurry up and get yourself a real job, got it?
I already told you, Erica. I do have a real job. By the way, where are you right now, Erica? It's already dark outside. Shouldn't you be back home by now?
Don't dodge the issue. This conversation is about your work ethic.
And I've already told you. I have plenty of work ethic as things stand.
You're going to start looking for a realer job tomorrow morning, and that's final. If you don't find something that lets you properly support me by the end of this month, I'm divorcing you.
Divorce? Are you seriously threatening to divorce me? Yo, Travis, you doing alright? Why's that? You had your camera on during the web meeting just now, and you looked kinda, I don't know, down about something? Is everything okay? I guess I didn't do a good enough job of hiding it. Sorry about that. I hope I wasn't too distracting during the meeting. Do you think anyone else noticed? Nah, I doubt it. No one else in the company knows you as well as I do. So, yeah, tell me, man. What's going on? Well, it's Erica. We were talking yesterday, and somehow she's managed to get the completely wrong idea about what remote working is. That's odd. It's pretty straightforward to me. What did she say? According to her, a friend of hers, who I apparently don't know, told her that people who get put on remote work get fired and replaced by AI. So she thinks that I'm lying about working and already got fired. She also told me that I have to start looking for a realer job starting today, or else. What? Right? And by the way, the what else I mentioned is that if I don't get said realer job within a month, she's gonna divorce me. I'm completely at a loss for what to do. Nothing I say gets through to her. Wow. Man, I'm sorry. That's a really tough situation. Tell me about it. I had no idea that was going on. It makes sense why you seem so down now. Well, if that's what's going on, I guess there's something I should probably tell you. I honestly have no idea whether it's related to what she's saying, and I debated whether or not I should tell you for a while now. What is it? When you came by my new apartment a while back to help me move in, do you remember the apartment building that was right across the road from me? Yeah, I think so. The one that looked kinda old and had 2 broken windows on the first floor? Yep, that's the one. I've been seeing her go in and out of the corner room on the 2nd floor of that building pretty often. What? At first, I just figured she was visiting a friend of hers or something. But, and this is the part that really pains me to tell you, but recently, I found out the occupant of that room was actually a guy. A guy, huh? What's he look like? I feel like I've seen him somewhere before, but I can't quite put my finger on it. He seemed pretty young. Your wife doesn't happen to have any young male siblings or relatives, does she? Nope. Erica's an only child, and she doesn't have any family in the city. I see. I'm sorry, Travis. Listen, Kevin, I know this doesn't have anything to do with you, but do you think you could keep an eye on that apartment for me for a while? Sure thing, man. What should I be looking for? A record of what time she goes in and out of the apartment would be great. And if possible, some pictures for evidence. You don't have to monitor it 24/7. Just whenever you happen to see her is fine. Got it. Leave it to me. I'm starting to work from home in the next few weeks, so I'll be at home a lot more anyway. So I should be able to keep my eye on the apartment most of the day. I'm really sorry to drag you into all this, Kevin. Hey, I'm your friend, aren't I? I'm glad to help however I can. I'll find some way to thank you for this. It really means a lot to me.
Well, 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 Travis. Here we are, the first day of a new month. So let's check up on your progress since I gave you my ultimatum, shall we? You haven't spent any time looking for a real job over the last month, have you?
Yeah, well, I've been too busy actually doing the real job I have right now to look for another real job. Are you telling me you want me to get a second job or something? I'm already pretty busy as things are.
I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth. All I want is what any rational wife wants. A husband who is actually willing to do the work required to support her.
Okay, since I'm supporting you plenty well right now, I guess that means I don't need to find a new real job then.
You're not fooling anyone, Travis. I know you got fired.
How many times do I have to tell you this? No, I didn't get fired. And no, I'm not about to get fired and replaced by AI. How do you not understand this? You're under 45 years old. Everyone in our generation knows about remote work.
How many times do I have to tell you this? I don't believe you. My friend told me all about how remote work really works. You're gonna get fired within a few months, if you haven't been already. My God, how stupid do you think I am?
Alright, then how about you go ahead and give my company a call? If you ask for my department, that should put you through to the secretary who knows I'm still working there.
You're just gonna call them ahead of time and tell them to lie to me?
This has got to be a joke.
I got you all figured out, Travis. Your little plan isn't going to work. I'm not gonna become the breadwinner for you, so you can stay home and play video games and Kevin all day.
Kevin doesn't even play video games. And seriously, I have no idea what you're talking about. Either regarding remote work or my supposed plan to make you become the breadwinner? Seriously, Erica, can you please calm down and have an in-person conversation with me about this?
Calm down? How am I supposed to calm down when you're trying to mooch off of me for the rest of your life? Ugh, that's it. I'm done having this conversation with you. I wanted you, Travis. Either you get a real job or I'm divorcing you. So guess what? I'm divorcing you. I already signed my name on the divorce agreement and left it in the mailbox. Hurry up and take it to the courthouse.
I don't believe this. Alright, fine. If that's what you want, I'll take the divorce agreement to the courthouse this afternoon.
Goodbye, you freeloading slacker.
Yo, Travis, your wife just went into that guy's apartment. Although, it looks like he isn't home right now. She was carrying a couple of bags with her. Did something happen over there? Yeah, she just left the divorce agreement in the mailbox and told me to turn it in. For real? Yep, I suppose it was only a matter of time. I looked into the guy who owns that apartment, so I'm fully prepared on that front. Ha! You work fast. Hey, it's all thanks to you. I don't know what I would have done if I didn't have you helping me out. I talked to my superior about what's going on, and he's letting me take the afternoon off, so it looks like the show is about to start. Awesome. Give him hell, man. Oh, trust me. I'm gonna give him hell, and then some. Neil Hartford, 23 years old, room 201, New Rise apartment building, just down the street from the central subway station.
What?
It just so happens that he was hired by my company a few months ago.
What are you talking about?
I'm not interested in beating around the bush here, so I'll get straight to the point.
What point? You're not making any sense.
I know everything about the man you've been having an affair with.
What?
Did you really think that I was unaware?
Wait, so you really know?
Oh my god, Erica. Did I not just send you his name, age, and address? Yes! I really know.
Oh, so, do you know where I am right now?
Yes, you're in Neil's apartment.
No, you're wrong.
Sorry, Erica. I have eyewitness information and photographic evidence of you going into his apartment over the last month.
Have you been spying on me?
Like I said, let's not beat around the bush and get straight to the point, shall we? You quit your part-time job a few months ago so you'd have more time to spend with Neil, didn't you?
No.
So all the while you were berating me about not having a real job and to start looking for work immediately. You didn't even have any job at all, did you?
Even if that were true, you're the ones who's getting fired. That's way worse than quitting.
Are you really still going on about that?
Yeah, Neil told me so himself. I know everything, Travis.
Oh, he did he? What else did he say?
He told me you were a totally worthless employee, that you didn't even go to college, and that he was already outperforming you even though he'd only been in the company for a few months. And that's why you got put on remote work, then fired. Like I said, Travis, I know everything. You're a dirty liar.
Ah, so that's what happened. Neil was the one who fed you that BS about remote work.
What do you mean, BS?
You ought to know. That in reality, Neil's the one who's actually quite likely to get fired in short order.
What? Okay, now you're just being childish. You're just jealous that Neil's way better worker than you and is still important enough to be going to the office every day. Grow up, Travis.
Well, Neil works in the company's factory on the production line, so it'd be pretty hard for him to get put on remote work anyway.
Wait, what? Factory?
You might be in a little different industry than our company, but you still have experience in factory. Surely you could understand that it's virtually impossible for a factory worker to be put on remote work, right?
Wait, hold on a second. What are you saying?
It would be a waste of time to bother explaining it in more detail, so I'm just going to keep this conversation moving along, okay? I have no idea why, but Neil has always hated me, right from the moment he first started working at my company. I once asked someone who worked with him, and according to that person, he says it was because I told him not to smoke outside of the designated smoke areas one too many times, which is odd because it's a clear fire hazard to be smoking inside the plant. But, in any case, in the midst of him hating me, one day he ended up meeting you at a singles party.
Oh no!
And it wasn't long before he learned that you were a married woman, and my wife. Ordinarily, most people would swiftly put an end to a relationship with a married woman, but apparently, Neil instead thought it would be the perfect opportunity to get some sort of revenge on me for asking him not to set the building on fire.
That can't be true.
So he not only kept up his relationship with you, but also fed you all that nonsense about remote work, AI, and whatever.
But if that's true, then Neil was just using me to get at you?
Yep.
No, I don't believe this. How could he? Neil never seemed like he was that kind of guy.
Well, at the very least, you knew he was that kind of guy who would mess around with a married woman, so...
Stop mocking me. I've never been hurt this much in my life. Do you have any idea how it feels to be stabbed in the back by someone you thought you loved? That settles it. I'm gonna break up with Neil right now. I'll be home in a few minutes. Could you heat up some dinner for me?
I already submitted the divorce papers.
You what? It's whatever. I'll just pick up an application for a marriage license on my way home then. Or do you want to meet me at the courthouse?
Did you actually think I would remarry you after all that?
Well, duh. I'm the victim here. Neil lied to me.
Aren't you skipping a step there? What were you? A married woman doing at a singles party?
Well, you know, one of my friends was going and she said that one of the other girls canceled. So I figured I'd tag along.
Okay, and then what happened? You left the party with a guy, slept with him, and kept sleeping with him for months. That's not the sort of thing you can just wave it away as oopsie doopsie.
But Travis, let's meet face to face to talk about this, okay? Like I said, I'm breaking up with Neil, and I'll be home soon.
If you'd like to contact me further, please do so through my lawyer.
Why do you have a lawyer?
Because I'm gonna sue the pants off of you and Neil for your affair.
You're gonna sue me?
So, yeah, like I said, if you want to talk to me, talk to my lawyer. They'll be giving you some documents within the next few days, so be ready for that.
Don't do this, Travis. I'm gonna break it off with Neil.
By break it off, you mean your extramarital affair, right? The one that lasted for several months while you berated me about getting a realer job?
Come on, Travis, let's get remarried. Travis, pick up the phone.
Erica rushed as fast as she could to my apartment after that, but I had already headed over to Kevin's place by the time that she got here. So instead of having a heart-to-heart talk with her furious ex-husband, she got to have a heart-to-heart talk with her furious parents. I told them everything Erica did, as well as my plan to punish her, and they were waiting for her when she got there. They did me the favor of keeping her there until my lawyer could come and talk to her. I also made the same sort of arrangement with Neil's parents. As promised, I sued the pants off the both of them. I negotiated for a lump sum payment, which they both have already paid in full, with the help of their parents. I heard the other day that Neil got fired from his job shortly after that. It would seem that I was not the only person who he had a ridiculous one-way grudge against. When I think about Neil's actions, I suppose you could say that Erica was in some sort of ways a victim in all this. But her behavior overall was just way too awful to overlook. The last I heard, she was working 3 jobs a day to pay her parents back for the money they lent her during the lawsuit.